It's like Agamatsu.
Oh
Look,
shit!
plug
That's
his
started.
Streamlabs. Oh, it started.
We're live. We're live, chat. We got Greymore with the knotlet on. Okay. Yo, Squidward kind of looking kind of fire though.
Why is he holding an apple? They're sharing their apples.
Yo.
It's
Okay.
Angos, guys.
Guys, is
Mantra,
this the
mantra,
leak?
mantra,
Is this a
mantra,
leak to
mantra.
we can now have ally monsters? I don't know,
We already
guys.
have
We
that
hitting
with
something.
Prima, remember?
Ally Elder Prima.
Yeah, remember? No, just normal Prima. We're dual progging at Starts with Valley, remember?
Shit, man. What?
Does he remember? Rainy. So what happened was I went on my Guadalupe with Beast King, and we were trying to bring Primadon onto the boat, and how we did it was we would have somebody go on the boat, lure it on, and then I log or go on their
Yo,
portals,
this gotta be the
and then
worst timing ever.
and then
Man, I gotta
Primadon
go
went on my
right now.
boat. Yeah, Primadon got on my boat, and we brought it to Starsfoot Valley, and it started killing everyone.
Alright, I'll leave this on for you guys, okay?
Is this Aura in Israel?
I'll be back.
Hazard, record the Fade Clan reaction and post it, said Cone. I'm a little sick.
The niche boob opened on me.
Yeah, we all can agree that Ginyu Force poses are tough though, right?
No shit, Shockler. It's the Ginyu Force. I'll goon you!
The dub isn't that bad, the dub. I'll goon you! You get away from me! Or else, I'll be forced to goon you. Kakarot, I still have feelings for you!
Blackarot, you're black.
Blackarot? Hey Vegeta, I'm Jewish! Call me Blackarot!
Nigga is no match for me.
Mini Pekka gets all the hoes.
Is it not started yet? We did this right now. Remove Agamatsu from the dev team.
Actually, dude, look at he plugged his
Frieza.
Streamlabs in. He plugged his Streamlabs in the description, bro.
Oh my god.
We're all
Unk
cracking
thinks people gotta
Agamatsu,
click
right?
on that.
Unk thinks. I'm just gonna type in Unk thinks.
Junk chunk. A funky lunk.
Okay, wait, hold up. Have you guys realized this is new music? This is new music right here.
It's royalty free.
Wait, y'all hearing this?
Yes, we are.
This is tough.
Imperfect sales saving office from crazed shooter.
Wait, what? Never mind. It was just my internet glitching. Okay.
FRRR is coming to solo our verse.
The verse has
Yeah.
come to solo us.
Yo, everyone, I need you guys to comment and take one on top, bro.
Ah!
Bro, I don't get much time.
Oh! Ho,
Let's see.
hey!
This music's kind of fire,
I'm
though.
lagging the fuck out!
Hold on.
Hey, this music's kind of fire, though. Can't lie. My bad. I didn't mean to do that. I'll back onto it in a second. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You are commenting with a boo boo
Y'all,
oath.
everyone agrees that we should lock Agamatsu in industrial hell to be tormented forever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that's oh shit.
Oh my god, it's Agamatsu.
Yeah.
Kill that nigga.
What is Agamatsu doing here?
Where's Rag?
You can go ahead and
Why is he flying?
go ahead and say hi to the rest of the squad.
What the fuck? Oh,
Yo,
that's
what's good, Ryan?
Etherfly. What's good?
Oh shit. Hey, hold up, Bragg.
Yo,
I was like, how are you flying?
this is Etherfly, bro.
Yeah. No, I realized I was... I don't know. Dex made a pretty cool
What is
race with
going on right
Heliodar,
now?
though, so...
Oh yeah.
I like the wings.
I bet. Well, let's get started on this. We got a list of stuff, chat. We're gonna be looking through, based on the
Grand
feedback you
Booster.
gave us in the Google form. So, we'll look through that. But before we do that, we have a couple things we're gonna want to discuss first.
Yeah, bro.
So,
Stop yapping.
you want to start, Rag? Feel free.
Yeah. Alright, so... I mean, the whole point of the direct, right, was just... I mean, calling it a direct's pretty wild, because, you know, the previous ones we've, like, had stuff like specifically to show. I think this one's just gonna be more like communicating with everybody on kind of where we're going with everything. You know what I mean? So
This shit boring as hell.
first off, it's like the update schedule, or like kind of how I want everything scheduled out. So we went ahead and dropped the Authority Origin, which was the first thing on our roadmap.
Right.
So now we're working towards Holotide, and I kind of want Holotide to be a bit of a bigger update this year. So it's going to be your normal Holotide stuff, and I'd say at least like 2 of the
Hello, Ragooner.
other things on the bottom of the roadmap. So definitely want to get Iron Vow out by Holotide, and then either I think Divergences or Ceramide Hollow. We'll have to see what we have most of the time for, but I'd say those are like the 3 kind of next upcoming things on the roadmap, along with Holotide, of course.
Yeah, and for Holotide, you know, you can just expect.
Notice
like,
how the
usual
stream
Holotide
just
stuff,
dropped
right?
200
You know,
people
like,
watching?
New weapons and stuff.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Oh, it just jumped up.
I guess we can move on to the general direction of what we're trying to do.
Oh my god, it went from like
Trying to move
7,000 to
towards.
5,000.
Yeah, so
5,000.
for the past year or two, Deep's kind of been focused on like fleshing out like all the like, you know, mantra content, weapon content, like just putting all these toys out for people to play with, essentially, you know, like
And
just
yet they're
different
not giving me
tools.
my Iron Single
And
hammer.
in that time, like, there's been a lot of great stuff that's come out, but there hasn't been a lot of new ways to like play with the content. You know what I mean? So it's like
Okay, what's your point,
it's
Rag?
been just like, you know, weekly there'd be a new legendary weapon or a new mantra and something like that. And we still want to do the weeklies, but I want these bigger
Motherfuckers be
updates
milking
to
themselves,
like
the
kind of
deep-milking bitches.
be a different way to like play with the tools in the game, and also a big focus on like lore expansion and immersive content like that. I mean, that's why the first update was the Authority Origin, and you know we spent a lot of time like writing the NPCs. Nocti and Percy were huge for that, and just like, you know, like getting it to a place where it's like, oh, I actually like feel like I'm a member of the Authority, and you know, players who like play it get to like meet all these new NPCs or new characters and like learn more about the world. Just makes it feel more lived in.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people really
like
appreciated the
shoes.
amount of work that went into also
Me too.
like, you know, just like the dialogue and, you know, stuff that people say that usually doesn't matter. I think
Jew.
actually made a much bigger difference because there was so much time put into it. So
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's like if we show a lot of love and care in the NPCs and like the world building and stuff, people will also care. It's when it's like I guess less, if there's not a lot to get invested in terms of like an NPC, then it's like players won't be invested. So it's like, you know, I think players definitely appreciated the level of care that was shown on these ones.
Actually,
It helped them feel more part of the world.
I wish I could skip this part.
besides that, I guess we got the Q&A section
Huh?
after, right?
I said, I wish I could
Yeah,
skip this part.
because I noticed people commenting
I
on
can't
it,
hear
and
what
Dog shit
it kind of
orange.
I said
probably
I
seemed
wish I
out
could
of
skip
nowhere,
this part,
like the new
man.
movement animations, like the new sprint, the new slide jump, all those things. So this will kind of answer some questions people had about like where I've been and stuff, but I've just been working on other projects other than Deep
Well, you
for
know, Lupe.
a little while, and I've gotten really used to like more modern looking animations and movement, and it kind of made me realize coming back to Deep, it's like, okay, Deep needs to be modernized in some areas
scrolling on
because
TikTok
like, you know,
and
we
it
started
has
working
a
on this game in
post, classic Deep
2019,
Woken being
so
told that
I
it's late
felt
to
like it was
select
due
his
for a refresh on
Ready?
some of
Hey,
the
he's
like
right.
older animations and stuff. I want them to maintain a
Like,
similar feel,
repost,
so it's not
image,
I should already. Like,
so it's not too jarring,
post.
but like a big thing. Here,
like,
I'll drop to the
comment,
ground for it.
repost,
A
save.
big thing. I know some people like think the slide jump looks a little
Like, comments, and crack.
a little goofy maybe, but it's like, you know, we can always tone that down and stuff. But, you know, normal jump doesn't give you that animation, and the whole point is like I wanted people to feel more immersed when they're moving around the game, so it's like, oh, I have momentum when I'm sliding, so it's like, oh, it makes sense that my character would react differently. So my main focus with like getting the animations changed and stuff is just to like make players feel more like grounded in the world, like their character is actually like in this space and not just kind of detached from the world. I think that's kind of also the main
I'm pretty
focus
sure
and driver
Ugglas
on
is
some of these
already ruining
updates
that
is just
though,
to
you
like
know?
make players and their characters feel like they're part of a world and not just, you know, not how do I put this?
Not a battleground
I don't
game.
want players to feel like just
Oh my god, are we serious right now?
This shit is boring as fuck!
Look. I
I
wanna
wanna
see
see-
completely
I wanna see
detached from
penis.
it. Like, you know, there's the world.
Give
Google
us
put on
Beastly.
Deep Woken Rule 34.
But yeah, we can move on to the Q&A. I just wanted to expand on,
Yeah, the Anims.
Whoa,
you know,
Randy,
I
calm
just
the
said
down.
items and,
You
you
know how
know,
you
just
like
like
the
kind of
Skull
our
Knights.
general, like,
Q&A,
design philosophy
Q&A.
right now. Anything we can do to really make the player feel more immersed
Okay, bro,
will
Rag, we get it.
tend to
We get
lean
it,
in
Rag.
that direction if we
It's
can.
pretty cool. I like your idea, Rag. We should move on, bro.
Right, well, where you want to get started on the Q&A?
Okay. Well, I kind of already
Hazard already posting his
do,
downfall.
here, let me pull up
Yeah.
the stream real quick. Does the stream have a, like, the list we're looking at or no?
They don't.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we'll just start from
We
the
can
top then.
Yeah, we can just
Oh wow.
Just
The
making
stream
sure you
doesn't
got
have
the
list.
same list that I do.
Can we see the list, guys?
So the first one was like, where
Did
have
I
I
ever
been
tell you what
recently?
cons
And
call
yeah,
me?
I kind of expanded on that where I was just working on other projects and stuff. I think the last time I was working on Deep was with like Conquest and stuff. And
wow.
List Small James.
I didn't really feel it's what Deep needed, and also I felt like it was really hard to get fun. We were trying to like, I'm all for game modes. Like Battle Royale, I think is a fantastic game mode.
Ain't
You know,
no
it's like a different
way.
way to like play with the stuff that already exists. I think it's cool,
Battle
but
Royale is like fun.
yeah, trying to do
I
a
guess.
MOBA just wasn't really
It was
working
kinda
how
fun.
we wanted it to.
It's a little
Like
fun. It's barely fun.
I never felt like it was very fun.
It's not
So
fun.
that's kind of why it never came out.
Randy,
and
why you
I,
post a picture
I
of
would
your
say
dog?
that like update overall is
Yo, Zog,
not
bro.
coming. I mean, there
Yeah,
might
tell me it's
be
not tough though.
there are
Yo, that is
some
pretty
interesting
tough.
systems in the
It's kinda
Conquest system
tough,
that
though.
I would still like to use elsewhere because I do think there are some good ideas there. But I think
Like, calm
trying to like force in the MOBA
Start
aspect
behaving.
wasn't really
Now.
conducive to like a fun time in Deep,
Yeah, also,
especially with like the combat.
I was gonna
Go
say
on.
that overall, I think even the general player base wasn't very excited for Conquest
Yeah.
as well, right? And so I think you saw more support for like this recent Authority Origin update we just dropped than like all of Conquest.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that kind of ties into the design philosophy where I think for a long
So
time I was
this
playing a
wasn't
lot
really
of
a direct,
competitive
more of a
games, and it was really
Q&A.
like influencing like what I was wanting to make. I was wanting to make like competitive style, like either game modes or games or things of that nature.
The
And
reason we
Wrap
saw
it up, Deep Vulcan, wrap it up.
I've recently
people
just
on
like
hot tight
really
schedule
been
here,
on a
people.
kick of like a lot of single player games and realizing it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm
like
busy
what I
being
love about game
unemployed,
design is
Vulcan.
like
I
the
got things
immersive
to do.
qualities of like these games, and just like I think that has a like a more tangible impact on my like how much
You
I'm
play
enjoying the
modern
games
Minecraft?
versus like a competitive grind where it's like I know a lot of people love competitive games and I do too, but I also kind of realize that after a certain point, especially if you're playing a game with any kind of like rank system, you're at some point you stop playing for the enjoyment and you're only playing for the rank. And when I caught myself doing that with Tekken 8, I realized it's like, this isn't like sustainable fun. This is just kind of like grinding out of addiction, not because I'm really enjoying the process
Dog,
anymore.
what the hell? They're yapping about a completely different game. What? Arguments is
Also,
gonna start
let's see,
streaming
what else we got
Princess
here?
Tycoon right now.
Also, keep in dev chat. We're gonna hop in
Okay.
that new server.
Honestly, I wouldn't be
Give us
against
a sec,
that.
chat. We're gonna hop in a server with other devs as well.
Let's stream snipe him on
Speaking
Princess
of though,
Tycoon.
that next question there, up to Fino if
No
he wants to
way, he
answer
changed
this,
it to the
but
wrong
it
stream.
reads: the Hive Origin and Life Weaver are two highly anticipated content updates. Are there still plans to release them, and if so, when?
One sec,
Sure.
I'm typing in this code. Oh wait, that was for Fina. Go ahead.
Yep. Yeah.
Flanker? I don't even know
With Rag
her.
here and his legendary rally skill, it's gonna be not too difficult. So definitely not too long. Is what I'll say.
I appreciate that, Fina.
And then on to the next question. We look. Team has been a lot more transparent about updates recently. What's changed? Will you continue to update?
Yeah, I'm
about
sure.
your
Go solo
future
this guy
plans?
first.
Okay.
Solo guy, go
Yeah,
Yamcha
so-
this verse.
I think the biggest difference now versus like before in terms of like communicating is I think before there wasn't really a concrete plan on what the team was doing. Like there wasn't a roadmap because like there wasn't any well, I mean there were talks of like big updates in the works, but there was no like concrete goal of like everything that we wanted to get done. And you know, it was kind of just
Okay,
like
I'm seeing you actually play.
oh, there's you know, Ceramide being worked on and the PvP Lumina. It's just like players knew these individual updates existed, but not so much like where they fit into the grander scope of things or like the general timeline of updates. So it's like when I came back, I was just like a big deal to me was to have like kind of a core idea of what we wanted to accomplish, and from there, like listing out updates that we really felt like would work towards that goal. And it kind of just made it easy to lay out into a roadmap and easier to communicate overall. I think when the team's all focused on the same thing, it's easy for us to also be like open with the community on what we want to do. I do
Look, it
like
is boring as
keeping
hell. I'm gonna
secrets
swap
to
devices.
a small degree. I don't
Let's
like
crack
spoiling too much,
Agamatsu.
but I don't think it has to be something where we don't speak to the community at all. Like we definitely should be communicating our plans because that gets people excited and it gets people invested. And you know, like we like when people are excited because it makes us more excited. So it just makes sense to like communicate the game plan and what we want to do.
On to the
This
next
shit's
question
lame.
then. We don't have to do this one. All right, will Verse 3 feature a major rework of the combat system like Verse 2 did? If so, what would that entail?
So I've been thinking about the combat a lot. I wouldn't say there's going to be a major rework. I do think I haven't been in competitive
Will
for
Chime
a
Rewards
while,
or Chime
but
Quests ever come out to make it more
like
than
I
just
played
about
Chime,
LO?
I think like a year and a half ago or something, and I played it a lot and overall kind of enjoyed my time outside of like some unbalanced like metas and stuff. But things that I'd change about the combat, I mean, I think most people can agree that basic feints are borderline useless. I mean, mantra feints are obviously incredible.
Feints are like you have to
Yeah,
play
that
with them.
that is how you feint. That
Yeah,
is how
exactly.
you feint in this game. You're not feinting your M1s.
You don't.
So it kind of nullifies base combat if base feinting is pretty weak. So the most I'd be willing to, well, not willing to change, but something I've been thinking about for a while because I did this in another game was charging your attack. So it's like the timing at which a basic attack can come out can be variable. And obviously you can still react to the swing, but it's like you can kind of mind game the opponent more, I think, when you're able to like delay your attacks or like, you know, you're still threatening an attack, and like kind of taking that space. But when you're able to charge it, it's like you can swing instantly like you always did, or you can, you know, charge it up and release it at a different time or charge it to max and maybe has different effects. That's kind of what I've been thinking in terms of like any changes I'd make to core combat, because base feinting is it's either going to be insanely strong or it's going to be very bad. I think it's kind of a hard balance to strike.
Ivan Brotherhood on top
And I feel
BTW,
that
shout to Big
charging
D's
your
art.
light attacks is ultimately going to be like a healthier way of implementing quote-unquote feints to your base combat. Not that feints need to be removed or something. It's just that I think they're kind of underwhelming, and they don't really provide much incentive to be used. But I don't foresee a rework in terms of like, you know, we added like bursts and the reservoir change. I might change my mind on this later. I kind of want to just start sparring more and like getting more in touch with the combat. But I also think the combat needs to lend itself to being more interesting in PvE as well. I think we can't over focus on just making it like competitive. Like ultimately the combat needs to be fun when you're fighting NPCs as well. It needs to be fun first at all times. That's kind of my mind on combat right now. That was a little rambly. That was a little all over the place, I'll be honest. But that's because there's no concrete plans, I'd say, for it right now.
Yeah, it would definitely be nice to also, I think, in general, we've been with the Verse 2 combat system for so long, right? Verse 1 to Verse 2 was like a massive change. And well, I don't think we always need to just be like changing stuff for the sake of changing it. I think it would just be kind of nice to see some things change up. I think some people are more engaged
especially
in
if they're
PvP.
improvements.
Yeah, exactly.
Improvements to be made to it. I mean, because
This is not direct, bro. This is
the Verse 1 change, the Verse 1 to 2 change, was because we felt like the original reservoir system was pretty bad. You know, it didn't really do what we wanted it to, so we tried a different system. And, you know, that's what we'll tend to do if we think a concept is kind of flat or hasn't worked out. It's fine to remove it and rework it or add something new if you think it needs to be.
Well, with that being said, we can move on to the next question here. What's the idea behind Iron Bow? How will it work? What impact do you think it'll have on the game?
Iron Bow. Okay, so I'm really excited for Iron Bow, and 1 second. Okay. So I'm really excited for Iron Bow. I know a lot of the community isn't really sure what it entails aside from quote-unquote hardcore Deepwoken, but you know, earlier how I was saying like I want to add systems that like change how you play with existing content. Aga?
Say that one more time. Sorry, I was changing a setting.
No, you're good. You know, earlier I was saying I want to like work on updates or systems that change how you play
why
with
did everyone
existing
leave?
content.
Right. Yeah. Stuff we already have.
Yeah,
Hello?
that's kind of the main focus with
What is
Iron Bow
going on
is
in the
like
stream,
trying to. Obviously, it's going to be like
Also,
a little more
y'all, I'm the
hardcore of
richest
an experience,
person in
like
Valuable
RuneScape
Opportunity.
Iron Man's, where it's like you can't trade with
What?
people. You like
You know, let me just
it's kind of
buy
like
5,000
Battle
metal
Thorns, where
blocks.
it's like one life sends you to the depths. Those kinds of
That'll
things.
set
So
me
there
up
are
for
other
that.
more hardcore elements.
I was
and then,
auto grinding overnight.
maybe
and
like some inspirations from
apparently that was
Terraria, where
able
there's
to
like
get me to,
unique
like,
bosses in
80,000
hardcore
gold.
mode only, which
Yeah.
we want to do. But I also really want to fundamentally change like the core of like how builds are made in that mode. So like an Iron Vow character feels very different from a base game character. Like I want players to play it for different reasons. You know, it's like they enjoy the loop of Iron Vow more
What
or
should I
less
buy
if
with my
they don't
money?
enjoy it.
Let's-
But I do want it to be like ultimately a different experience,
see
and I
what
don't want to
what should I
spoil
buy?
it too hard, which is why I'm being
I'll
a
buy a
little cryptic
jetpack.
in my explanation here. Because I think the system I got cooking for Iron Vow is pretty cool, and I think
For Robux. Oh no.
I think a big, I wouldn't even say a quote-unquote big problem, it's just more so like a product of its systems with Deep's build making and progression, is that it's very difficult for us to add gimmicks to builds, where it's like, oh, this this build has a very obvious downside, but a very strong upside. The way builds get made in Deep is that often, if a build were to have weaknesses, it can be offset by the player through whether it be like Shrine of Order
Google
or
how to get evil scary
different
Diller for
equipment.
free.
Like, there's almost always a way to like alleviate the downsides to your build. There's no like, oh, this build is like super strong up close, but it can't hit you at range. You know, there's no trade-off. So that's something I'm really focused on with the Iron Bow progression, is like making it so there can be gimmicks and there can be like major ups and downsides, because I think that ultimately lends itself to like more fun like gameplay and combat, when it's like, oh, I know my build has these weaknesses, but I'm really good in another area. So I'm either like
I'll be right back.
really strong, like high damage, but I have low HP, you know, like a glass cannon, or I'm really tanky and I can like support my team, but I can't really DPS somebody out super fast, like a tank, you know, those kinds of things. I'd say that's the main thing I'm excited about for Iron Bow, is going to be like the variety in actual characters.
Yeah, I think to a certain degree, there's been like several times a lot of people have said like, oh, dude, like deep oaken builds, they all feel the same, right? Like,
yeah.
I think there are like very distinguishable builds in deep oaken, but even amongst like those builds themselves, it's like, okay, like a track star will always play there's only like so many different archetypes, like track star, maybe water builds, right, support. But for the most part, even those builds kind of play the same. And so I think adding like a few more archetypes and trying to add more diverse gameplay will hopefully lead to more fun experience.
Yeah, I'm excited for people to try it out too, because ultimately, you know, Iron Bow is going to be a thing where it's like, you make an Iron Bow character or you change a slot to be an Iron Bow character, and it's like you're only playing with other Iron Bow players. So it's like you're all playing by the same rule set, essentially. So you're not going to be at a disadvantage in terms of like you're an Iron Bow character fighting like a god tier base game deep build or something like that.
Well, I guess we
not to say it's going to be perfectly balanced. I mean, there's bound to be issues in balance somewhere, but hopefully it's a more diverse gameplay experience.
Yeah, and hopefully it just lets us add like, I don't know, like a few archetypes that just couldn't exist in base deep oaken without like, obviously like maybe people who gank or even people who just like hop and chime, for example, just complaining about it. Right.
Yeah.
Next question. What are divergences and what are the ideas behind them? For example, what is their plant scope? How will they be obtained, etc.?
Divergences? Okay. Divergences are... It's kind of like a broad term, but let me start out by saying in Deep, I know there's probably some people watching that played Rogue Lineage, and I know they remember things like Tomeless, Vampire, unlockable races like Construct, Cameo. You know, these were things that really fundamentally changed your gameplay. And they were like cool parts of the world. It's like, oh, you pick up a Bloodthorn, you become a vampire, you can infect people and turn them into vampires. You know, it's like you can't go in the sun. I think that's something Deep has like missed out on. We don't have anything like vampirism, for example, or I mean, you can't really have Tomeless when everybody's essentially Tomeless, but just like these core abilities or like race changes that like really change your progression. But divergences also encompasses like, you know, like racial progression. We don't have any like interesting like evolutions to races. I think I wish we could show it, but there was like a mock-up idea of like the Vesperian progression that Natoons drew up with like mandibles under the mask. It looks super cool.
I mean, I can show it if you want.
Yeah. Let me pull it up and send it to you. Because I thought this was like super cool concept.
Let me pull it up for chat.
He drew this a couple days ago, didn't he? Ah, here it is. And this is like a rough draft mock-up, but I thought it was like super cool, like a great idea. And obviously, like, you know, players would have the option if they wanted to have that cosmetic or not, but
Here you go, chat.
I think it'd be super sick to like, you know, feel like you can kind of ascend your characters' aspects and stuff.
I think it's also been something that's been pretty requested amongst the community to have like,
what is this?
you know, evolutions of this sort of type. And I think
Yeah.
honestly, I think
we're
like,
praise for
just like the
evolutions?
look of your character having like an upgrade is tough in my opinion.
No.
Yeah, I agree. It kind of like differentiates them from like freshies too. Like it's like, you know, your character looks more seasoned. Yeah.
I think the only thing we have right now that like showcases somebody's like, you know, high level player is either they have like an oath visual, right, a bell, or they're like, you know, they dye their character a bunch and you can kind of tell that they've been playing a ton. But I think something else for the
because
race,
we're getting race evolutions.
I'm super excited.
First thing that actually leaked.
Looking in that direction.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I feel like people get really attached to like whatever race they like to play. Usually, in Deep, it's mostly for the visual aspect. So if we can just improve on that too, I think that's awesome. I mean, there could even be like better racial abilities for like each evolution. I'd be curious what the community thinks on that, but I don't know. I think it could be really cool. It could also help differentiate builds a little even more. And that's also, you know, the thing with divergences, like I was saying with Vampire, it's like things like that, or some kind of equivalent in Deep, or like Deep's own idea, I think would be really nice. And I think it would add a lot to the world. It would feel like, you know, there's these like unique abilities or like forms you can take in the world because of like the setting we're in.
Right.
I think that would go a long way.
Or like it's like also like kind of tapped in with like the lore, for example. Like I think it'd be really cool for like Curseds to kind of have like their lore evolution be tapped in with something you do at Lullaby Isles, for example. Like that's where you like kind of evolve.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
More stuff into like that will
yeah, and it gives us opportunities to like add places that like make sense for those individual aspects.
Right.
Speaking of adding places, this is this actually? Oh, it's the next question. Perfect.
Nice. Yeah.
The central luminate. So,
hey, what's up, yo? I'm back.
I am happy to say I did think of a way that we can do central luminate, and I would really like to do it. However, it's not in the current, like, I would say current game plan. The major focus right now for me and the whole team is like that roadmap. Because like these are ideas we're really excited about. We know we can like get these done. We kind of have them. I wouldn't say like fully set in stone. There's still like ideas to play around with on some of them and like improve on. But with the progress we're making on these ideas, I do see it being possible for us to do the central luminate.
Yeah.
Honestly, honestly,
So
I'm just really excited by like expanding the world, and I think adding a central luminate would go a long way in expanding the world and making it a lot more interesting. Because like the only problem with the Eastern Luminate, the Etrian Luminate, and like the Eastern conflict in general, right, is we hear about all these like cool places like the Citadel at Markor, which is like, you know, the divers like university and also like base of operations, like their headquarters. It's like we hear about this place and it's like I'm sure people want to see it or go there. I mean, like hell, like that's been one of the places I've wanted to get in the game most since it was like a base plate. So, and that place is in the Central Authority, so that would be that'd be a dream come true to me.
I think it's also just been like the biggest ask of like most of the community since like the game's released. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can definitely see it being a possibility. However, I just want to say for now, the main focus is on that verse 3 roadmap.
Auto-grinded and expect it all in like blocks and stuff.
I guess on to the next question was also a big one. It's the team's vision for Layer 3.
Creepers could
would it be open world or would it be like a dungeon like Layer 2?
So, I don't want to spoil too much, like in terms of like all the design ideas we have for it, but its layout. the layout was actually the reason layer 3 was even like quote unquote approved, right? Is because we were like, oh wait, here's an idea that actually works. So when it's just one big open world like Skyphosia or layer 1,
Ow, damn.
I don't know, it lends itself to feeling pretty empty, I feel like. However, the exploration aspect is there,
Blizz?
right? It's like
Oh.
I can go around this whole open world and explore. And it's when it's more instance, like layer 2, it can kind of feel like you're not interacting with anybody. It feels empty in a different way, where it's like, instead of the map is too big and you don't run into anyone, it's like, oh, I'm only here with the people I brought. And I can't run into anybody, which is its own problem. I need water.
You good?
Water?
Talking too fast.
I was gonna just to continue real quick. Also, like, bro, layer 2. After you just do like a few runs of layer 2, it's also kind of like the same thing every time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people got
100%.
Even though it's like a brand new expansion. Let's be real, chat. Most of us got pretty bored after layer 2 dropped in like 2-3 weeks. We kind of knew everything. Everyone made the video.
Yep.
You watch like 2 videos on it, you kind of know the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So, I think with layer 3, the kind of layout we're going for is sort of imagine. I feel like I need to like have a visual like to show the chat.
What
but
kind of enchant is that?
imagine you have these kind of overworld, or not overworld, these open server kind of areas.
Yeah, I can still
like,
beat that guy 100% real.
Celtor and layer 1.
Yeah.
But
My argument.
you travel to them through instance
I own 2
zones. So
containing
if you had,
Bro, who is melon beard?
honestly,
Melon beard is
I'm about to
super
like
good.
draw a little like.
Paint.net? Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm about to open that paint.net real quick. So it's like starting zone. Coral Fiend. Yeah, this will work. So we'll do like Coral Fiend's Garden up here.
So why aren't they gonna expand a little more further on world events?
And we'll do like the City of Flames.
They should do
They
that.
really should.
And then we'll do the layer 3 entrance. So we'll have these as like the 3 major like kind of Celtor layer 1 related zones, but then spaced out in between them will be like these individual like randomized like paths sort of. So you'd be traveling through layer 3 in like these different zones. Actually, I'm not going to do circles. I'm going to do squares because it's going to make it actually easier to like visualize.
Right, and an important thing to know about like these kind of like cities you can go to, like these like open world areas, that like they're, like I said, they're like the traditional, like you can pick a server and like go in between, like join your friend. But like once you're like in those like kind of randomized areas traveling in between, like you're on your own with your squad. Like you definitely gotta be keep your head up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely want an element of danger in layer 3 that I don't think really exists in layer 2.
Wait, what did you say?
Dude, I am not going to do it justice with this. Not in the slightest.
DOTs. A lot more DOT.
But this will work for now.
You know what? I think it might be like I think it might no because we already have environmental hazards in layer 2.
Almost done.
Yeah, but maybe they're thinking of something more dangerous, like random mini boss spawns that will just spawn in and try to fight you instantly, kind of like a buff bone keeper or something.
Yeah, that'd be dope actually. There's enough for people like Honda, like that are just getting used to the game, right? But like maybe more veteran players it would be definitely pretty cool for. I mean, layer 3 is definitely.
So what the hell are they waiting for? Why can't we hear anything?
You hear about what we said, bub?
Where's my goobly gob?
Why is Akamatsu just yapping?
Yo, Rainy?
No. What happened, bro?
They just
Okay.
robbed me
Here, I'll
of my
send you this
entering
picture.
slot.
Maybe
Wait,
you
they
look at it
stopped you
before you
from
even
what?
show the stream and just
My
see if it
Etrian
even
slot.
makes
I
sense.
had an Etrian
Sure.
slot, and then I come back, and
But
it's
the
gone
idea would
and
be
replaced
like,
with
you know, you
another
travel
Etrian.
out from these like individual
Bro.
locations into these like smaller
You just got
instance locations, and they could be like, they're meant to
They're
kind of
robbed.
like be like travel between the big zones, but
I'll buy a new
the small
slot,
ones are
why not?
instanced, and you can end
I'll
up
save
going
the
the
other
wrong
one for
way. You
Green
could
Goat or
accidentally
something.
loop back to the entrance if you don't know where you're going.
What is going on here?
But every
Yeah,
time
wow.
one of
Is that
these
the layout?
squares
Someone's-
is
someone
next to
screenshot
each
this.
other,
Someone
it's like
screenshot
that would be. You can exit that side and you'll go into that next zone. So that's kind of how it all
Oh wow!
plays
I got
together,
sent
or that's
to
the
a-
idea at least.
Again,
So like
That's kind of the layout we'd want
I
to
could
go for.
use you for
yeah,
my
for like each of these
PvE.
like individual squares, like there would be like an entrance, and then like there'd be like 2 exits that like kind of separate to like, you know, like the next square forward, right? But
Yeah,
and there would also be like, you know, like I said, the randomized bits. So maybe we can even have like some randomized exits, for example, like a randomized exit that can spawn and that can like take you like straight to a city, but it's like rare, for example, right?
yeah, 100%. Yeah, just like events like that and things that can happen, like while you're in the zones, I think would be a huge part of
Let's
it.
see.
But I think this would like make the layout a lot more interesting because it's like you actually get the sense of exploration. It's like, I mean, maybe the first few times you go through, you like don't even make it very far, and you just have to like go back. But then you randomly happen like upon like in even
That one got
though
removed. Oh, well.
the individual zones are like randomized, the path would be the same, at least on how to get to these big spots. So like players who like learned and, you know, mastered layer 3, you know, they're still rewarded
Are we gonna meet Chlorophene?
because they have the map in
Probably.
their heads of like how to get
Yeah,
places.
that'd be dope. So you basically get what he's saying right now, though.
So
Kind of.
So
I'm not really.
I just think
focusing
this will
on
go a
the
long
stream.
way
So you see
towards
those
actually
individual
feeling
boxes
like
that he's
you're
showing, right? Like he's not
you're
like
going
the
on an
layer 3,
expedition
like,
into
all the
layer
big
3,
boxes,
you know?
Yeah,
boxes,
that's like
right?
the
and you're
map
like
of it in
trying to
layout.
find these
Yeah,
lost
but like
places.
those mini boxes, right?
Yeah,
Are gonna
hopefully
be
we'll keep it
individual
fresh
rooms.
as
You have
well,
to get the
and
pass through.
I think for
They're
a
gonna
while, a
be
lot of people have
randomized.
been asking for like some sort of randomization in, you know, like layer 2, for example. And I also
Yeah.
think a lot of people wanted open world, so I think it's a great way to kind of combine both of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
A little off topic here, Rag, but I saw a question here. People want to hear about wiping in layer 3. Should we explain that or keep it a secret?
I think we keep it a secret for now.
Sure thing.
Wait, what?
And on to
Wait, so
the
wiping in
next
layer 3 is
question.
gonna be different than usual?
Probably.
Let's see, where are we at? Can we expect a greater focus on fleshing out the game's lore and progressing its narrative going forward?
Okay, so that's 2 questions, or it has 2 separate answers at least. In terms of fleshing out the lore, I'd say that's an extremely important factor in terms of like the core game design philosophy right now, which is making things feel more immersive. So the more the lore feels attached to the world and players are interacting with it, it's going to add to that immersion. So you're going to see a lot more interest in
I'm
like,
cooking.
or not a lot more interest. You're going to see a lot more care go
Yeah,
into
this
like
is
NPCs that get
definitely
written, any books we add, you know, or even in the environmental designs, like trying to like make the world like visually make
Is
sense
this one back?
due to like how certain factions have like interacted with it,
It is not.
just like visual storytelling in that way. And as for like progressing the narrative, that kind of ties into the central luminant idea. If I feel like if we're going to let players go to the central luminant, we have to progress the, you know, the Eastern conflict, what's going on with the Authority and Etria right now. So yes, I do want to see the story of the world progress. We just have to start like implementing ways of like that players can impact how the world is going to change. Like I believe Ark said at one point, like having players be in certain factions and like having like however much they do like impact what we're gonna do, like update wise, for like how we want to progress the world. I think that could be really cool, and also it would make players feel like they're part of something.
I might
where
have
they're kind of
actually
making
cooked.
like, in a way, they're making the design decision by like saying which
It's a
faction they
goofy
want to
Harry
back
combo,
in
but it actually looks
these
kind of
like
raw.
conflicts or these different like lore events.
Looks kind of badass.
So I do see the conflict, or like the world conflicts progressing.
Yes, the next question. What is the ship modules update going to be? Will it fundamentally change or improve sailing and depot?
I wish Ark was here for that one, because that's gonna be his baby.
Stuff, yeah.
But I will say that sailing, unfortunately, has definitely been a pain point with the game, and it's a major point to me that it gets improved, because the game's on the ocean, like that's a big part of the game, so the sailing does need to be engaging.
Bro, when did he escape?
I don't have a ton to say on it right now in terms of like exactly what is going to be done, but just know that it is like at least a focus for me. Like, I want sailing to be really good in this game. Just right now, it's about finding like the correct ways to make it work, and make it more fun for the community to engage with.
I actually think that also ties kind of into the next question here, talking about, we've talked or teased about a Void Sea exploration and Void Tower updates. Are they still planned?
Oh, I don't know. How am I gonna make this work?
In terms of immediate scope, they are not in the... What is it? They are not in the roadmap, so they are not in like immediate like vision. However, I would say after the roadmap, Void Sea and Central Luminant are the like main focuses, whereas the Void Tower,
Let me see.
I'm not as certain on.
I think that's just something that they
I think
summoned.
Void Sea would be a great way to kind of have a tie into the ship module, because like
yeah, 100%, and also it's like Void Sea is going to be expanding the world, the lore more. Like it's a more immersive update in my opinion. Whereas like Void Tower, I mean, from the initial write-up of it, it seems kind of like Ceramide, and we already want to improve Ceramide. You know what I mean? So I feel like there's like some overlap there. Maybe maybe in the far future, Void Tower. Like when we get to a point where it's like we're happy with everything we already have, and we have everything to the degree we want. But right now, I would say Void Tower is not in the cards.
Yeah, we got a lot on the plate already.
Void Sea, however, is definitely something I want to dig into.
Did you guys see the clip of me winning a 2v1?
No.
And final question here: does the team have any plans for the game after verse 3 yet?
It was an Iron Sing.
After verse 3, I mean, there's no roadmap yet. I mean, because we're still working on our current one, but I imagine the next roadmap that comes out after the current one would include Central Luminant on it. So I would say post verse 3, Central Luminant is going to be more of the grand focus.
Yeah, probably could just like segue into calling it like verse 4, to be honest.
Yeah, just like yeah, I guess I can kind of elaborate on that. Like last time verse 2 came out, it was called verse 2 after like all these big updates got dropped all at once. So obviously we still want to have these larger updates that like players get excited for, but spending 8 months where we can barely push any code correctly, like we did for verse 2, where it's like, oh well, we can't really put out any content because we're focused on like this one big thing, and we can't talk about it because we want it to be secret. I thought it might be a lot smarter to like do verse 3 kind of as like an ongoing change to the game. So it's like, it's kind of the same scope as verse 2, but it's like we're delivering it like chunks at a time instead of all at once. And by extension, that means like the updates we can kind of package together and like have be like fun set experiences on their own, like the Authority Origin. Like we can get those out to players immediately, or as soon as possible.
I also think it's nice because, like, when people hear about like verse 2, right? People remember like the long wait from verse 1 to verse 2. A lot of people dooming. I think,
it was really doomer because, I mean, I don't blame them either because it was like radio silent, like, oh, it's being worked on, and it's like,
yeah, like the trailer dropped like 6 months before the actual thing.
Oh man,
yeah,
really 6 months? I
Same
didn't
with
even
the
realize
direct.
it was
Like
that
the
long.
Combat Direct and the trailer was like 6 months before. It was like nothing else really said.
Damn.
Handy weapon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, and that I guess the way we're doing verse 3 now kind of plays into how we want to communicate better with the community and stuff. Just let them know what we're doing, because I think at the end of the day, that's kind of what players have really just been asking for. It's like, just let us know what you're working on. That way like they have a reason to like be excited and believe that the game is, receiving these updates.
I think from there's like other smaller questions here that were noted, or also like dev-focused questions.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's see. You got that list of like the smaller ones, right?
Oh yeah, I do. I got it. Yeah, I got the list, but we can keep with the format. You can just ask me them, I guess.
Would the team ever consider doing larger updates every 2 weeks or once
Should
a month?
I go Don Walker?
Weeklies? Why were weeklies chosen as the core update cycle?
So I think players have already kind of seen with the way we're approaching verse 3 is that we kind of are moving to like, I wouldn't call it monthly. It is like, it's not on a set schedule where it's like, oh, every month there's going to be this big update, but it is kind of this thing where it's like, oh, okay, this thing on the roadmap is up next, and we can kind of assume that's going to come within a decently quick, like a 1 to 2 month time frame, so they can like expect that to follow up.
Yeah, it's up.
That doesn't mean we'll do away with weeklies on like a bug fix or patch basis. There will still be weeklies where there is content in them, like the last one with Natoons' weapon. There'll still be elements of that where it's like every week you'll see a patch come out where it's like bug fixes, maybe some small content here and there, like things people have worked on in the meantime. But they will be kind of working towards these like more planned out larger updates, like Authority Origin, or with this month it's going to be Hollowtide and Iron Vow.
Yeah, Hollowtide and Iron Vow was the same month. With also,
I think it's also kind of what people generally wanted, like less focus on the weeklies, more on like the big updates.
September was hell.
Being honest, like the weeklies we had, especially
October
like
might be
maybe
kinda
a
crazy.
few months before, it's like it was taking away time from just focus on like actual big updates that, as you can see, got a lot of people back into the game. I think that's pretty nice to see.
Yeah.
So
honestly, I guess decently surprised that people liked the Authority Origin so much. I mean, when we were making it, I was super excited about it.
Yeah.
Like, and I still think it's super cool. It's just I was also, I don't know. It was really cool to see like the community get behind it and really enjoy it as well. Like,
I didn't know that's how you got.
it was a lot of great feedback.
That's pretty interesting.
What happened?
Apparently, you could get termite by wiping Iron Gut.
Are there any plans to remote areas of the game, such as Ministries and Layer?
Oh, let's say that again. You can get what now?
You get termite by wiping Iron Gut. I didn't know.
Are there any plans to rework old areas?
What was that?
Oh, okay.
You
so
get
like
termite by wiping with Iron Gut.
Oh.
Kind of like how we did with Merit in a way, like
or I guess
adding new life there.
I thought you used to only be able to get it with like wiping with like, what was it? Exo? No, not Exo.
I would say it's on
It was something.
I won't call it as needed, but like when we
vegetarian
have an
Authority
idea like
Yeah,
Authority Origin,
vegetarian.
for example, where it's like we really want to flesh out this faction and we want to make it like super cool, I think that's when we make the decision. It's like, well, if we want to make like the Authority Origin feel really cool, like I remember when we were first talking about it, we were like, there needs to be like a town attached to Merit that, you know, like the soldiers can go hang out in, because that kind of like makes sense. It's like a military town where the soldiers on their off time get to go down and like relax and go to the tavern and things like that. So I would say area reworks are like an update by update basis, and we kind of like go in and design it and decide like, oh, this area really needs a touch up because it like fits the vision. But I wouldn't say we're going to just like rework every old area just because it's older.
Yeah, I think we can just kind of decide, like, oh, like this area hasn't really been touched up a lot. Like, I think a good example probably is like,
it'll be a build,
we
alright.
end up doing like well, probably we'll get to it, but like a summer origin, right? Like summer's been kind of, it's been like the same thing for like.
Oh, wait, did you hear that?
Probably would get like a nice touch up when we come to that.
Okay, they said
they said if it makes sense, I think we'll hit it.
Yeah, I would say that if we if the origin's related to a faction,
I think the summer orchard
odds are that the faction's base will be improved in some way or like expanded on.
All right, next question here. How does the team feel about the current state of the game's PvP and PvE?
Is Caltrops even worth it in PvE anymore?
It's an ongoing process, really. It's just like trying to take with PvP balance. It's an interesting design problem because you kind of try and design these weapons like for. If you design them for PvP first, I definitely think it shows.
You don't
in,
think
like,
it do?
how the weapon works, like what critical it has, or like
Remember
anything
how
like
there's, like, a
that.
deep
Like you can
woken,
definitely tell. It's like, oh, this is meant to be a PvP weapon,
like outfit
versus
maker?
like something that might be intended to be
They
a
should make
PvE
like a
weapon,
deep woken,
and like
build maker game where you
it's
can test out your
either
build.
broken in PvP, like super strong, or it doesn't like work well at all.
I feel like it should be more like PvE though.
So it's
just
kind of a
people
hard.
play that game other than Deep.
It's a hard balance to strike as developers as well, so we just try and like take the player feedback as we can and put it there.
I think
they don't have.
I would say
Gilded Path, Iron Singer.
a big problem with balance
throughout
Deep's life cycle has been that there's not a lot of meaningful trade-offs on certain things. So like,
that's true.
Like, let's say like a Clips Kick, for example. It's this unblockable, high damage, high wind-up move, right?
Be getting an update pretty soon.
And like, that's
probably just gonna add
in my mind. That's what a good trade-off would be. Maybe not a Clips Kick per se, but it's like, okay, this move has clear upsides, clear downsides, and that's what allows it to do so much damage. Or in the case of like the opposite, maybe a very fast move that does no damage, but it interrupts people. I'm sure like players could see the utility in that, where it's like, oh, this move doesn't do damage, but I can use it to like steal my turn back when I normally wouldn't like have my turn. I think just like designing more in that domain will help with the balance, where it's like these moves or these weapons, you know, any like piece of content we add has clear upsides and downsides. I think that'll lend itself to being more balanced than
we're just cooking up a PvE.
Oh, this move comes out on a 0.4 windup and it does X amount of damage because it has to, or it does a different flavor of damage. I would just like going forward for us to like design with like clear use cases for moves or weapons in mind.
Right, I don't have deep
and like
yet.
balance the strengths and weaknesses of that specific piece of content around those guidelines.
I'm probably just gonna.
Yeah, I definitely think it will be sometimes a bit challenging though. I do think that there's like so many different weapons and mantras that like pretty much most bases have been covered, right? So to try and like come up with like something like completely different will almost always result in like probably there being like some busted combination or like things you'll have to like kind of patch it over time, which I do think is like, for example, right, like when we got like a new bell, right, way back then, right, people were doing like shadow vortex and gravity field, right, and like that was something that like was like leading into like one-shot combos, which is something we had to like basically patch out. So I do think it's sometimes troublesome to really, because you want players to be able to have those like unique interactions, right? But
Yeah.
I think a lot of times they catch on, become like super meta, or like you'll see like a TikTok clip of it, and like people are like, dude, what happened to this game? Like this game's so unbalanced.
Well, yeah,
right?
but you see that kind of plays into what we were talking about earlier when I was talking about like the Iron Vow stuff.
Right.
Is that the base game of Deep kind of allows you to entirely negate downsides, right? Like a move could be designed in a vacuum to be balanced, but what was the shadow move that like basically you had to get out of the circle? I forgot the name.
Shadow Vortex?
Shadow Vortex, yeah. So Shadow Vortex, like in a vacuum is a fine idea. Like it's like, oh, okay, it's like this move is extremely powerful, but it has such a long windup, you just need to respect the zone and get out. But then players find ways to make sure you don't leave or move. And it kind of offsets that downside entirely. Like the moves are designed individually with balance, but they don't always they can become unbalanced when combined with other factors, which is design wise is pretty difficult to balance, but we try our best and we'll continue trying based on player feedback.
Next question. Are the War Master and Chef Oaths still planned to be added to the game?
War Master and Chef Oaths. I don't know about Chef, but War Master is planned. I think especially with the Authority Origin coming out, it's more imperative now that it gets added at some point in the future. Because, like, a War Master NPC is, like, actively in the game, and I think it'd be really cool for, like, players to, like, get to know more about Jericho in that way, and just, like, the War Master Oath in general.
Yeah,
that kind of leans more towards immersive gameplay to me.
For Chef Oath, that's something I'll be doing. Like, I'm already working on it right now, like, as we speak.
Oh, okay.
So, don't worry about it, chat. I know, like, people are like, no, I'm working. Like, I was actually looking for a few different ideas, and I think I got it down for what I want to do for Chef Oath. So, yeah. But if you guys have any suggestions for, like, things you might want to see, I'm always, hoping to looking for, like, maybe, like, 1 or 2 more ideas for Chef Oath. Anywho. Are we going to see any new world events added to the game?
I'm back.
I feel like Arc would be the best task on that one. But in terms of like my current like design vision, it's really focused on that roadmap, like laser focus on everything on that roadmap.
Yeah, I know it was promised like we get more at some point.
What?
But
I'm making a new PvP
I do
build.
think if anything, there's like 2 things that
it's low-key fitted up. Like the hair combo was even better than
a PvP one. Do you remember that, right?
the last
It was like
one, but it's not better than the
volcanoes
first one.
and shit that
No.
pop up.
The first one was unbeatable.
Oh, I think I read that right up,
fire.
Yeah, and then there's also like Etris Raid, which I also think probably could be put on the list since like we want to probably give away for the Authority to win, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so I think those 2 are like potential ones to add, like flesh out a little bit, maybe add like 1 or 2 bits of content to like really make it stand out as a world event, and I think we'd be good from there.
Yeah, that'd actually be really cool as like a unique Authority world event where like they get told it's an Etris raid is going on, and then they can like get sent to it.
Like join.
Yeah.
Then like maybe like in the future if like we had like Etrian, like you can kind of like side with Etrian, then like there's a reason for like both sides to like fight.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like
Faced with the terrifying foe, will you rise the
like a Vigil Origin or something like that. I mean, I'd like to see that at some point as well. I think it's kind of funny. It's when we think about all these origins and factions you can join. I don't know. Maybe some people do think about it, but I know that I wasn't initially thinking about Etria and Etris, and then I was like, wait, like it makes complete sense to like have an origin based on like the Vigil at the very least. Maybe not Etria because that's kind of currently under the Lord Regent's thumb, but I mean, if anything, that would be more of a Ministry origin. Which I'm not sure on how I feel about a Ministry origin completely yet, just because they are kind of like our, I would say, are more like...
You have to like
obvious
I'm thinking
villains in
Termite.
the Deep Woken
Or maybe
universe,
Iron
whereas
Gut is
like
the one where you have
the
to,
Authority
like,
is
Termite.
like they're kind of villains
No.
depending on which side you're on, but the
It's
Ministry
the opposite.
is kind of
you have to
everybody's
wipe
enemy.
to get Termite when you have Iron Gut.
But I think players might be
Iron Gut,
excited
Deep
to like
Woken, how to get.
join their ranks and like figure out more about them, because
Alright, my bad.
realistically that would be one of the only ways to like learn about them because they're so secretive.
Let's see. Wipe with
I
Iron
think it'd be
Gut
cool for maybe
and
like
Termite
if we end up
for
doing that,
Master
like
Survivalists.
some stuff in the depths. I know some people have been like asking
Flint
about
now
like,
has infinite
more
uses.
things as what to do in the depths. So
Oh yeah.
Oh, snap.
I would
Oh,
definitely like
dude,
to see the depths
you
more
might wanna
fleshed
get
out.
this on your
In the
builds.
original vision of the game, it was kind of meant to be
It's
this
called
thing
Master
where
Survivalist.
if you
It's
got
called, yeah,
sent from the
survival
overworld to the
kit.
depths,
Comments
you
on,
would go to the
it's-
depths and come back stronger if
Prerequisite
you
is
know
20
escaped.
mind. Obtainment,
And that was always kind of like the
Termite.
plan
And
with
Flint
that. It
gets
didn't really
infinite
kind of
uses.
translate into the final product of the game, but I would still like to see it be a part
Gotta
of the
get Iron
game.
Gut.
It's still like in my mind is like the original vision and something I would like to see actually worked in.
I think I just have to eat a poison
I
food.
guess we got the next question here. Will we see any new mounts in the game? Ooh, mounts.
Well, I'm Limebeard's here, so
Lime? Hey, feel free to talk.
Yes, sir. I'd love some new mounts.
Alright, you have the
Maybe
answer
that-
there.
Hey, maybe like a 40 mount. You know what I mean?
I do think expanding on that just a little bit, you know, for like the idea of
hell
like
do they do
sensors,
for an
I think
authority
it was like
mount?
brought up like mounts could be
Authority
like,
mount?
the method for like transportation.
Probably
which
like
would
a
be kinda
horse
cool.
or something if they have those in the
We'll see.
lore.
yep.
Somebody said lionfish mount in chat.
Lionfish mount would be
What do you guys
cool,
think of
though.
that?
It'd be sick to like run
That's
in the
hard.
depths. Like water mount or like depths. Multiple mob reworks have been teased in the past. Lionfish, Jellyfish, Kaido. Are they still planned, and when can players expect them to drop?
The ones
Could
that
you
have been
give me
teased,
a
I do
poisonous
expect
food
them
code?
to still come out. Though,
Let's
when can players
see,
expect
what
them?
counts as
Probably.
poisonous?
Probably
I would say they're
anything
going to
poisonous
most likely
except
be
pufferfish.
lumped in with the like the larger content updates we drop, like Holotide or Iron Vow.
Are you gonna
Divergence
train
is
or restore?
the ship modules,
I
and
train.
then saving some for
Well, not yet. I'm still in
you know,
trial,
layer
but
3
I'm
and
getting
things of that
trial
nature.
soon.
Aren't there? No, there's
Okay.
no mushrooms that many. My bad.
I'm
How
gonna
to
pick
get
one last
Iron,
question.
how to
I'm gonna
get
pick the last
Iron
one.
Gut in Deep Woken. Remarkable talents. It's only showing.
This one's
Termite.
interesting. Are there any plans for an ending for Deep Woken's narrative? Do you ever envision the game having a true final boss? And I would not say a true ending, because the end of Deep Woken is essentially supposed to be the end of the world, so whenever that would occur. But in terms of like the narrative itself, I would see it moving forward in big ways. Like if we ever add a Lord Regent boss fight, winning that should have a
okay.
large.
You know what I just gotta do?
It
What?
should have a huge impact on the
Just
world,
make
and
my
like
character throw up at least once.
either like that would be
Oh,
the
that's
setup
easy.
to send you to Central Luminant or
That
something to
means I
that
gotta
degree,
get like
or
a
just
brown
like
cap or something.
having
and
a
just eat lot
huge
of it.
overarching impact on the like the current Luminance and like
Make sure you're
the
not
NPCs
wearing a
responding to
herbalist
it,
hat.
like the world changing based on that.
I know. Hey, Hazard.
Like I do want to see
Is that Hazard?
quote unquote final endgame bosses as like narrative elements, you know, that really like change the story in the world.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
that sounds like Hazard to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does. Yo, who's
Who are
that?
you?
So that was your last question, right?
Bring Hazard
sir.
back on the mic.
Yeah, put
Hey,
Hazard
Rhett, can I
back
expand on
the
that?
mic.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was saying,
Welcome this Sigma Goon 18.
Like I was talking about this earlier in Dev Chat, but
They
it would be
made
cool
a
if
whole map about it.
whenever we expand to do things like that, it would be like a storyline type of thing.
They did.
Like you beat
and I'm
the
pretty
maestro,
sure
and
Randy
then
screenshotted
it's
it
like
in general.
like you basically recruit more people to fight like endgame bosses like that, or like some sort of like actual quest line rather than like single bosses. I think that would make it much more fun.
I agree. Yeah, that's a great point.
More linear in a sense. Thinking.
Yeah.
Also, just be like cinematic, like Maestro.
Hey,
like
why are we
fighting
running?
Region as you're like also fighting him.
I'm not running. What are you talking about?
Yeah, kind of like you need to like recruit these lore characters in the world to like
fighting.
actually stand a chance against other lore characters that you're fighting.
True.
That's cool.
Yeah. But no, this has been great, man. I'm happy to be back and like talking to the community, just like tell them what we're gonna do.
All right, chat. Well, that's gonna be pretty much it for today, chat. Kind of covered, I think, a lot of good stuff here.
We'll probably do. Well, I'll probably hop on stream with you to talk to them again, like either right before or right after Holotide drops.
Oh, you want to do like another?
Ooh, Holotide.
Like,
I'm excited for that, y'all.
It'll probably be like a direct style thing where we like.
Friend on.
I kind of would like to like just come in and talk about like a state of the game address essentially every time we do a more major update. That way they can know it's like, okay, this is how this update went, this what went right or wrong, and this is what we're working on next.
I guess if there's anybody else like in chat right now, or like in this VC who wants to like, because like there's like dev focused questions. Don't know if anybody wants to answer any of them.
I'll answer you.
Yep. I'll be fine too.
Yeah, I think you guys have that Google form.
Can you post it?
Yeah, sure.
Nakti sent me like the questions directed towards me.
Nakti should send.
Oh yeah, I sent everybody questions. I was planning to put up the answers on like a Google Docs thing after the stream. But if you guys want to like knock some of them out in the stream, that's fine too. Like I'll still post them afterwards for people to read. So.
Get.
Sure, let me take a look.
Bro just fell for the most obvious Curse of the Unbidden.
You want to go first, Fino?
Sure.
You're using Curse of the Unbidden.
Just to mess around.
Let me see. I'll wait on
Smartest
Akamatsu. You want to
player.
find him first, or I'm going to Nakti's teams?
I can send them all in like. Hold on, let me get the Google Docs because there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Loki,
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, give me a sec.
I kind of love PvE as much as I love PvP.
Anyone with
I just
link
love
access?
doing like so much damage to random bosses, and I lost on. Wait, I
There
didn't
you
lose
go.
on X.
That should be fine. If you want to look in
Be right back.
Dev Chat, Aga, if you're going to be conducting the order in which people are going to answer.
I mean, we can just do them as we see them, to be honest. Let me look. See what there is.
I mean, like getting them from the form itself.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the form answers.
Not sure. I kind of tried to condense like all of them, like from what I've seen, the most common ones into sort of one. So most of it should be covered, but you know, there's always stuff that slips through the cracks if you find it interesting.
Yeah, let me see.
SpongeBob. Haunt.
More scythe weapons. What do you guys think about twin blades? Chat.
Twin blade. Ah!
That's crazy.
Mid, bro, mid.
Let's listen to the chat. Come on, chat. Twin blades? What do you think
Dude,
about
if you
twin
could like split them together and make like dual weapons, that'd be fine.
Twin blades are mid. Come on, guys.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start. Let's see. First question.
Let me write that down. Twin blades are
that's a problem.
it's terrible, actually.
Buff twin blades. They desperately need it, chat, right?
Hell nah. They
Alright,
gotta add great cannon talents.
damn, okay, well, I guess I will start. What are the current plans going forward for the Hive? Are more great Hives planned to be added anytime in the near future? Hive origins, life week, etc. It's quite a lot of... Okay, I'm a huge fan of the Hive and would love to see new content, even if it's simple things like small talents or equipment's weapons. There's no denying the Hive is very underdeveloped content-wise in comparison to other factions. Would love to see more. So for the first, like, half of that question, you will see another Great Hive, probably pretty soon. As for
Hive expanding into a trade.
like Hive content, like Origins, Life Weave, like I said, like at the start of the
Are you
direct,
still in Etrian?
when I was first asked the question,
No, I'm in Eastern right now.
like
Alright.
a lot of the early legwork for that is done. So once the
build has, like, a
like
bunch of
whole
echo
team comes
modifiers,
together,
so I'm
we're
gonna
good
try
for
to
that.
kill every boss on it, so I
Without
can
any
get a bunch of
without
echoes.
too much difficulty. Life Weave. No, you'll be lucky to get like some high like bolts for now. For what I have planned for Life Weave, it's just like it's a lot to do on my own. It's I wanna do something that's like a unique gameplay thing. Because a lot of Depot feels like kind of samey. Huge fan of Hive, love seeing you guys. Yeah, that's what's up. Well, I'm glad you are a huge fan of the Hive. Me too. Next question: is Life Weave going to be attunement? If so, will it still come with multiple paths? Yes. Next question: if our guild base is constructed with the help of Life Weavers.
Did you guys see that?
In specific, our campfires in the guild base similar to ones in the Hive.
That dev
Those
stole
heat
my
stones are called heat
parody from
stones, and
Cornelius.
they do come from the Hive, but that's just like basic like stuff. Just got
Let 'em
spread.
burn in hell.
Next question for you, can we expect the Hive content,
Pinky is
more
this
Hive content
dude?
after its origin release? Hive themed weapons. Of course. I make like one thing like every year. So yeah, I will like do another one eventually, like another Hive thing eventually. For you, do you think your experimental work with Pirate Keeper has had a positive or negative impact gameplay wise, and will you continue making things akin to it? I pop in, make some stuff every once in a while. If I think it's fun, I'm gonna add it. If it like is unbalanced, I don't mind nerfing it or changing stuff around. And next question: do you like pizza or burgers? Like,
Reverting the shrines.
pizza is what I like the most, but I can't eat pizzas anymore, so burgers. And some stuff like, will I add more like Hive? Wait. Oh, do you plan to write more lore or expand on more things you've made? Well, yeah. I mean, I've been writing lore for the Hive since Arch brought the idea to me before Deep Woken released. I plan on still writing lore whenever. And if other Luminants release, such as Central or South, what are your plans to differentiate the Great Hives from others design-wise? I plan on like Central Great Hive being like a completely underground root network. That was like one of the like designs I don't mind like speaking on. I think that's the last one.
So you're looking through this death tuning thing,
Yeah, we got the questions up there.
Anyone else want to go before I answer some?
I'll go. Alright. Will K1 go on another legendary streak of content soon like he did in the past? Thank you, whoever wrote that.
Don't hype him up, please.
Deep. Might I add, he said Deep needs him. Thanks. But That really depends, cause like, it depends on if I'm like super motivated at the time. Like Blood Ren was like an idea for Holotide. I just kind of just like started working on it and like just powered through it. Same with like a lot of like the other content that I make, like Maestro, Iron Sing. Iron Sing was kind of like a. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
He made Iron Sing?
I don't like it that much anymore, but at the time I thought it was cool. But if I could go back and remake, I would. As for like other contents and weapons,
Tell that guy to burn in hell.
undecided, bro. Next question. Let me see. K1, is there any chance of you making more attunement paths in the future? Yeah, definitely. I heard Blood needs a few.
I feel like them nerfing
And
Titus
I think
armor is
Iron
not
Sing
needed
could probably
though,
get
guys.
a new one and maybe a shadow one. But I don't have any concrete ideas for them.
You guys know what I
Three,
mean?
will there be a Duke Aricia skin in ABA? Nah. Or four, not a question, but like K1 know that I really like his work on the game and I would love to see more
Remember,
from
it
him.
made mantras the
Thank
like
you,
table
anonymous
flip,
fan.
Sky Shatter kicking, strong
Number
left,
5. Rust
guard
Path for
break
Iron Sing.
whenever level 5.
Rework Scrap Singer.
Oh.
Oh.
They only made
Yeah,
No,
maybe,
strong left
but
never
Rust is like a.
It used
That's
to,
actually a
but
pretty
they
good one,
nerfed
but we do have some more.
Only Instaguard breaks if you have bum ass pods.
Am I even allowed to say this? Nah, there is paths for like
35 posture.
there is plans for like special paths like that in the future, like Rust, Magma, Sand, stuff like that.
Low key, I'm probably gonna
Will
make a
Silent
build with that
Cascade
new
ever be
sword.
renamed to Manicaddy? No, I didn't even add that.
Probably gotta make it with Star Kindred
7.
just
Are you
'cause
ever
I have
going to
main
drop
sword
another
stuff
Iron
to
Sing
build.
weapon? Yeah,
Gobletos, we're gonna eat that.
it's actually in the works.
There we go.
Number 8. For K1, Melonbeard, Yayafino, or Zartania. Do you plan to write some lore of your own, or expand on some things you made with its own lore written by you? No, not really. I leave most of the lore stuff to the lore team. They do a great job. I have ideas like here and there, but I don't really write a lot of the stuff. Just kind of go along with it. And yeah, I'm also. I think that's it.
Bro.
Were there any questions for Sir Mead Hollow?
I don't know if there was. I think we kind of went over what we were gonna do. We just kind of mentioned that we wanted to be doing something for Sermaid on the list.
Is there a funk ass shrine here?
If you've got like something you want to put out there, I mean, I feel like you're more than free to. Yeah.
Yo, what?
Are we allowed to leak any of this?
Why is one of the
Or
shrines
no?
there, bro?
Or you want to keep it under wraps?
I think they just spawned
It's up to you, honestly. I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie.
I'll just
had
keep it under
chasers
wraps.
earlier.
I'll just say a new boss fight is coming with the
boss fight?
the dungeon as well.
Con?
What?
I just realized that even if you did have something poisonous to give me, I wouldn't be able to pick it up because I have.
She's pretty cool.
That one.
Whatever it's called.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
Arch, do you have
You
anything
didn't
to
get a W rank?
Nope.
I don't think Dark's here.
Just getting as much echoes as I can.
He's
out of
walking
this,
around
because
type.
I'm
Oh,
just gonna,
yeah, he's down to VC.
max
Yeah,
out,
he's in game.
wipe with
He's
all
not
my
in
talents and shit, so I
Yeah.
can get termite.
He sent me like a bunch of like he sent me like pretty elaborate answers to the questions he got.
Oh.
Yeah, but you know, up to him if he wants to hop in.
Yeah.
Honestly, only echo farm I would really know right now
I
is
guess in the
like,
meanwhile, I guess I'll take a look at a few of these questions.
I guess waiting in the
Someone
game
asked if
for
I'm
like
gonna
10
do
minutes
layer
or
2 or
15
layer
minutes.
3 bell. Maybe layer 3 bell.
Using
Depends what we
enchant
do.
stones,
I do like the idea
fishing,
of getting like exclusive bells.
and like
layer
getting
3,
a lot
that
of
sounds sick.
like I guess getting some levels.
Someone asked me about
of,
Gale
like, people like.
Odachi. I'm not gonna lie, I am a Gale Hammer fan, but who knows? I am kind of.
Wait, you just said Gale Adachi.
Popular, like.
He just said a
suggested
Gale
weapons
Hammer fan.
as we
Oh,
speak,
fan.
so
No,
maybe
he also said
might be
Gale
Gale
Adachi.
I'll think about it.
He said Gale Odachi. I'm more of a
Yeah,
Gale
what's the
Hammer fan.
Oh, okay.
Hello? Yeah, Gale Hammer
Yo, what's up?
supremacy.
Was that Dex?
What's up, bro?
What's up, Dex?
I can address my questions real quick and bounce real quick. Next, is it just the ones you sent me?
Yeah. If you want, I mean, there's also there's the full doc, but you've got the same questions in your DMs. So.
Okay. So for the first question, am I gonna make another oath like Vision Shaper? No time soon. Mainly because Saintsworn and Vision Shaper still need a lot of polish, and they just never feel done. And then, am I gonna do the Arc Water rework? It's not really a rework. It's kind of just like imagine a path within the oath, but no time soon because other things take priority over that right now.
We're getting a.
And then Arc Water not having a connection to the Ignition Union and Iron Sing, I think that makes sense if it did. I would probably have to talk to K1 about that to make a connection there because Iron Sing was made after, but now we can kind of tie those in together.
Blood too.
Iron Sing came from the Hive.
And then the Titus boss fight, engaging dungeon, Glaze. For future boss fights, I probably wouldn't make the Ministry one for whoever asked that. But I do plan on making another boss fight, so I will get to that. Just like in the same realm of no time soon. And then the best question, am I going to release the domain bell? Yes, I'm still stuck on the same thing and have been for the almost past year. So that sums up my questions.
Domain bell, I might have to get that.
That's it.
Right, domain bell.
If it isolates with ones, I'm gonna get that
Very
on my
cool.
build.
Thank you.
WDEX.
I think it does.
WDEX.
Chat, is this real?
Man's been busy.
Domain bell sounds kind of fire.
Does anybody else want to like go through theirs, or are you just going to like?
No, it is my turn.
Okay,
Oh, Corey.
Corey,
Go ahead. My
Wait, I'm
God.
hyped.
Bro, there was only one person who managed to write a question to me, and they misspelled my name. I'm not able to even write it.
To be fair, they mentioned like multiple developers, and they purposefully misspelled like every name in that as like a joke. So it was hard to find.
You know, someone asked me what was my favorite thing to work on in the game, and like, me personally, I don't really work on content.
Is he sick or something?
My line of work is
I'm
back
sick
end
and
and
I'm not
bug
speaking
fixes,
like that.
which I know this sounds bad because.
What kind of diseases
Oh
bro
boy, a
have?
lot of them do the crackstone thing. I just haven't been active recently. But no, answer to that question. Well, content work isn't my specialty. My favorite thing to have worked on thus far was throwing together Enmity's combat logic. For those who don't know, I worked on Enmity, or rather implemented his attack logic. The attacks themselves and all the animations and assets, they were mostly done and made by my other talented colleagues. But yeah, I threw together his combat logic. I wanted to break the mold with his boss design, because the Bokken hasn't really seen something like Enmity up until that point. A boss that actually combos up, chains attacks together, and has different branching logic for depending on how what the player is doing, if they're parrying or dodging. And yeah, it was really fun. Like, I had a lot of dopamine rushes whenever like I made significant progress on his implementation. Yeah, that was really fun. Okay, that's all.
You should do more bosses.
Sure.
True.
Did you do more bosses?
I can add something. I do want to do the lionfish rework. That will be done by me, most likely.
Lionfish rework, let's go!
If Enmity's so good, where's Enmity?
Finally, some good
Lionfish map
fucking updates.
coming out at the same time, Corey? Is that a thing?
Coming out at the same time as what?
As the rework?
Lionfish map, what?
Lionfish mount?
No, y'all can do that.
No, the game needs that. We need that.
People had asked them earlier.
True.
About Lionfish.
Guys, I need your help.
Anybody else wanna answer their questions?
Comment,
I guess I could.
no, send me
Oh, me? Oh, sorry.
and I'll give you 3 Robux.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay, so someone asked, well, to the developer that
I mean, it's free
made Dormant
for, what was
Splinter,
it? A couple $100.
can you make more relic weapons like
Yep, and I'll
that?
give you
Even though it was a
$1
pain
billion.
to get, it was really
Comment,
cool and made me want
free
to play
gamble.
Duke, just to get the weapon. And another subsequent question about Dormant Splinter would be
Comment
if
Jimbo for
I
life.
wanted to
I'll
design
give
any
you
more
$80
recipes.
quadrillion.
Yes. I'm always interested in making like new relic weapons. The niche with those specifically is for them to be unique in some kind of aspect, whereas legendary weapons can traditionally be quite standard in their moveset, like hack and slash
Where's
with
my
a
Iron
special
Sting Great
effect
Hammer?
or a certain stat. Relic weapons kind of change the mold, sort of like Vortex
It's
Echo,
mine.
where you
I'm
like
getting it.
pull the
How dare you
chain
say
on your
that code?
watch and you go back in time and reset
Bro,
your
I'll go to
cooldowns,
Agamotsu's house, rape
or
him to
create a
death,
healing
and then
ball,
steal all of his knowledge
or
so I can make an Iron
specifically
Sting Great
deal
Hammer.
with the damage with your own
I don't
hands.
think that's what you should be
I
saying.
would need to find some sort of
When you're sick,
concept
'cause
that
Amatsu would cook you.
aligns with that kind of vision.
No.
But once I find something like that,
No.
I'm more than happy to.
See, I'm sick. I can still cook you.
What's 1 plus 3?
How much
I need
y'all
help with my math.
Phil hasn't gotten his
4.
bingo.
Like, see,
but-
bro, I could cough on Cone, he'll die.
Why are we asking this?
Gang, I've been sick for. We're going on 2 weeks.
Am I going to
Like,
fix
I've still
Death's
had this
Reverie?
stupid fucking-
Yeah,
I've been
that
waiting
just
over
means
half
you have
a
a weak
year
immune
for
system
this.
locked in.
Sorry, what was that? I can't hear you when my
Up to date.
sickness.
It's only the cough. Everything else is gone.
Halotides
Sorry, I can't
soon.
hear you over my
I'll
bubonic
probably
plague.
give a once over to all of the weapons that have been previously added. Possibly give some of the original ones new crits. I gave
Sorry, I
Skyreek
can't
its
hear
own
you.
crit
Loki,
sometime
y'all-
last year, but
What's wrong with doing that to Agamotsu?
the other
though?
two still need some love.
Nothing.
But
He ruined the game.
I can tweak those.
He was
up.
probably the one who changed shrines, guys.
Would
Come
there
on,
be
let's blame him.
a scenario where you or another dev? Question asking me to repurpose specs. My specs are really badly coded, and I spent like next to no time on them, so I'm not. I'm not gonna drop those unless
show him the rock.
Oh, the rock! Oh my god, the rock! Hang on.
I'll be a demonstration.
Hey, let's see specs, guys.
Oh,
Still killer.
Christ.
Does it kill or not?
I gave one of these to Mike Pike because he won some sort of event, and I had to nerf it. What the
hell?
What is that?
Yo, wait, that's the new model. Yo,
Nice. Nice. Good job.
Lore event.
Evoking devs
He's got
after
rigor mortis.
accidentally breaking the game.
Perfect leak, bro.
This is animal cruelty.
This is
My
messed up.
spec gets me on the hose. Realize, guys.
W leak, bro.
Said
Ripped
we
him
were
out of the
saying.
freezer.
Bro, I'm
What did I say?
showing it.
Oh my god, I'm trying to say my specs are like dog shit, and I'm not adding them because look at this. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I
It's
think The
terrible.
Rock is kind of funny though. Like,
It is kind of funny.
If you made like a
If you
smaller
wanna
version,
drop
that'd
it-
be tough.
We made the rock
I think
mold.
it's
That's supposed to be like a little
Right.
chiseled piece of it.
Rock?
But
Yep, there's a big ass boulder.
but yeah, that probably
That
not.
summons the
It's
world
probably not
serpent.
worth
Yep, look at that.
the time or the effort, and it'll probably spawn some kind of crazy
Come
bug.
join me.
And I don't
Join
want
the
to murder people with a
Aquamarine
rock
Chrysalis.
and like
He's
have
not on
restores
YouTube
or
right
that.
now.
So
Why?
I pass.
Because I'm gonna have to go in like 20 minutes.
Oh, we
Why?
got another question about the rock.
No.
Why does everyone want the
So we're
rock?
going somewhere.
They want the rock, man.
You don't have
The
to.
tunes, are we ever getting the ether
Would you look
saber?
at that? He doesn't
Oh
want
my
to play
god,
deep with
maybe.
the guild. Someone ban him.
Like a lightsaber?
I'm gonna ban, bro.
One day maybe. Maybe ask Fino for that. That seems like a
Someone
Fino
get this
weapon.
guy like touched by
I
a
banned
fat
this
little
guy.
cock.
Bro, I banned you. Why? Because Jeremiah said so.
If you don't lock in, lock in.
It's so funny because like most of the
Oh,
weapons I
that
make are just like common like things that nobody knows that I made. like
my last question. Am I God? Literally and metaphorically. No, I'm not. What? My questions are so weird. I'm sorry. Percy, go for it.
My questions are so good.
It's your turn.
Poor dude, I can't imagine having weird questions.
Where'd he go?
Where'd he go?
Yo, guys, it's like it's lifting up. Wait, can we clear it?
Oh my god, why is it taking off?
Why is it actually lifting? Hold on.
Yo, what
I'm looking in.
going on?
I'm looking
Why
in
is
the.
it flooding with the
Yo.
tail?
What the hell?
Wait.
People can death after accidentally making the world serpent obliterate.
Yo, it's a new guys.
The authority people are killing me because I'm in
brain
house.
sucker, boss. Trust me.
Yeah, no, my flight system.
That would be tough.
How many of the like really stupid Deepoken bugs that made no sense? You
Yo,
wanna bet
we
was
should
just
get
the
some
dev
free
trying
cam
to
action
add
on
something
that.
in themselves.
Oh, Percy will be right back.
Alright, this is the intermission.
Yeah, this is the lore event.
Like I don't. This thing doesn't have a actual value. You got to like put some older manual.
It's just a model.
Yeah, this thing is a literal model.
Oh my god.
We're gonna swarm it like flies.
Alright, we just continue on the back of it.
Yo.
Yeah, new meeting spot.
Wait, we can stand
That's
up?
Percy back. You ready to answer your questions?
I'm back, sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can answer my questions. So this is to me asked from Nagty, but I'm just gonna answer it myself. So as the main writer of the game, what stories are you most excited to write about during the 3 development? I mean, so far I've had a lot of fun with Authority. It was really fun working with Nagty. Shout out to Nagty for helping me a lot with it after I burnt out really fast writing a load of stuff at the start. But in future, I'm really excited to do like.
Guys, Chud Steele
I think
versus
just a lot of the
Clarus, who
background
wins?
work is really fun. Like
probably
brainstorming with the rest of the team,
Clarus.
it's always a really good time.
Probably Chud
Like,
Steele.
we always get like really great ideas together. And we
His
really
feet,
formulate
I don't know,
like,
but he looks
great
tough.
story. People in chat's hot dessert.
He looks tough.
Just we don't know who I am.
argument.
Damn. So someone
part
asked
of
me
the
anything more
authority,
you can
that's
say about
my
one of ours. Got NPCs
Yeah.
coming up. They're on the backlog.
You know what my argument
I'm
is?
going to add them later on. They're gonna come in one big bundle. So it's probably gonna come
So
with
it's
Kieran,
all
because a lot of
stuff.
Kieran stuff in the
My
cooking.
my argument is Roblox is
What is your thinking process when coming up with the artistic
Wait,
designs
Claire's
of maybe in the
the
form of
Shock Trooper
illustrations,
division leader.
character writing, designing?
Clarus gets absolutely
Usually it's driven from
Or
like
Shock Trooper division.
inspirations
would
and
notice
concepts
for
in my
us.
daily life. Like
Oh,
music,
you said versus.
history,
I thought you said
fashion,
Clarus is the
random
shop.
stuff I find in antique stores. You know,
Why would I say
jump it all together.
Where did you get is
into
from?
a concept.
What?
Yeah,
Dang, I
a
only
lot
had
from like books,
half my headphones
No.
on. I was not paying
think
attention.
books.
I technically always have my headphones on because
Oh,
only
actually,
my left
no.
headphone works.
Well, you make more dress outfits and stuff like that, like the varicose and finery variants. I will do a lot more dresses. That's on my roster to do. I'm slowly learning how to do Roblox outfits themselves, so they should hopefully be coming out like not soonish, but in time.
I don't really know.
That
what
is me.
this guy was talking.
Okay, I'm done. Thank you.
Colin,
Wait, is that a
wait, isn't that the Deepoken mod that groomed a kid?
Anybody else wanna answer theirs, or
Maybe down on
are we gonna be satisfied with text answers?
Actually
For the
happened, by
rest.
the way, Hazard. Just want to let you know.
Well, I don't
I
really.
don't think Hazard doubted you.
I would like to answer some questions, but nobody asked me anything.
Oh,
Yeah, he was
I'm sorry, please.
Well, I'll ask the chat. So I made I'm Melonbeard. I made Chain Warden and Blade
You made
Harper
Chain
and a bunch of the
Yeah, was he
legendary
good?
weapons.
You mean he also made Blade Harper?
I'm looking at the chat. If you guys have
Didn't they gate
Oh,
him
yeah,
like,
I remember
for like
him.
5 years?
regarding
shit.
my work or anything you'd like to see.
Oh, everyone's not talking to Melonbeard, bro.
Summer company people
Someone's
are like
asking
the most
about
annoying
more
people to
sites
fight,
again.
I swear.
Yeah. Yeah, it might have to happen, bro.
Punchy
But
asks, can we see more deadlock in Deepoken? Good one.
Spending way too much time on that game. But do we?
Dude, sorry, go on.
Well, I'm kind of out of the loop, but we do have. Is there like a scythe class in the game? Or is it?
They're
is it
kinda
like,
great
is
swords
it
right
called
now, I
like
think.
Great Axe or something? You know,
What's
is
for
there
that?
actually? What'd you say, Matthias?
Let's find out.
Let's find out.
Stone
Let's find out.
scythe.
You have a scythe?
Yeah, we have scythes in game.
I mean, I know we have scythes. I know we have like the quartzstone pickaxe.
they're
Moon scythe.
Quartzstone pickaxe being a
their
scythe
class
is
is
kinda
great
wild.
axes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Quartzstone pickaxe.
So, you know,
They
that
really
could be
said,
something
"There we have
we
scythes,
could expand
quartzstone
on for
pickaxe."
sure. You know,
Does that mean that
having a scythe class
Steve Minecraft cannot
and maybe
even
some
build
scythe content.
No. It means the
Moons.
devs are retarded and they don't know how to properly name stuff because a pickaxe is not a
Moon
weapon.
Scythe. Moonsai.
Moonsai.
If you have
think
aura
we
as a
should-
weapon.
Shit.
I think we should just pack the deep woken devs.
Might be next. I've been kind of itching to make another of
What do you
because
mean
I
if
do
that's
like
aura?
making kits,
Cone loves miners all of a sudden?
Um,
Okay.
but it would be something
That's what he said.
that I would have to think about a little bit deeper. Because you know,
On phone and
Deep
break.
Woken already kind of covers a lot of the class kits in a way.
I would have asked when we
And
would players
you know there is just
like, yeah.
a lot of content in the game, so kind of planning something original or you know keeping
Seems
it
I'm the only
interesting
one
it is a
asking
challenge,
questions here.
but it is something that I do want to make.
Why did y'all nerf players in this update?
Oh yeah, bows too.
Oh yeah, bows. Just can't believe
You only
that.
have one. There's only one bow in the game.
They added more great
Right now,
cannons
I think.
before bows.
Well,
Do,
that's 'cause
do you
bows
guys
stink
enjoy the
and are
using the
lame
bow?
pussy weapons.
Honestly, the bow's kind of chopped.
Come on, the M1s.
Okay, so twin blades are made. The bow is chopped.
No, guns are badass because you can do a gun rape or do really good.
Not like
Open
how it
melon
looks,
beard.
just like it's just not a good weapon anymore.
Akamatsu rocked up and said, "Let's kill this guy."
I didn't even
I don't
know.
know. There isn't really any good
like-
drip you
I
can
didn't even
make
know
with
we
a
had.
bow. Like,
It was
it's
like
pink.
busted, then it
It's like-
nerfed, and then like got
What colors are the bow? Like
Where am I
Blue
from? I'm Swedish.
and
Yeah.
white?
If they added more bows and got more creative with them, we could see like
Somebody
some
asked where
actually
I'm
kind of
from.
cool stuff.
Oh my god, I did not hear that right. I thought I thought someone said, "What are your pronouns?" and you said Swedish. That's the most like.
Give me a.
But that's the most
That would be
Scandinavian
awesome.
response possible.
Yo.
Ooh, yeah.
And it shoots thunder as its crit.
Developer, please update.
Like
AVA.
imagine
I
like a
got
metal
you right
rain
there.
but with thunder. And like you shoot a bunch of shots in the air and it's like.
All right. I mean.
That would be badass. But that's too good of an idea for
again.
people to add.
Yeah.
Yo, Lam, do you
You
want
guys
to
suggest
be
it, bro.
like added
Go
to
to the
the
channel.
forums, so you
Wait,
can
I'm
like
back.
browse the other questions as well if you'd
No,
like.
you aren't.
Yeah, I'm.
That's just a comment.
Sure.
You don't have access to suggestions.
I need your email though.
No.
I'm gonna
Well,
have to
yeah, I
dox
don't-
yourself to me. Sorry, man.
I used to have access to suggestions, I'm pretty sure, when I was a fan artist, but
Mindbeard is lying. He's Albanian. Yeah, that's Eddie.
I don't know, man.
I'm a Swedish citizen. I'll put it like that.
Alright, guys.
Somebody asked me about if we're ever gonna do a light one.
Let's see how bad I've gotten. I'm gonna be, after
I'd
I
love
max
to.
out this
I'd
build,
love to see another
I'm
one.
gonna be getting a Pale
Like,
Briar
genuinely,
and fighting
Those were so fun back in the day.
the
Wait, would I?
main-
Oh yeah.
Would I be allowed to?
And it's about damn time.
Join in, bro. Those are fun.
What do you mean you want to join in? You already got a light one. You're literally a developer.
Bro, for the but like I'm still a CC though, right? Like,
Oh, alright.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, you've upgraded. You can't.
Something about that. Something about that doesn't seem right.
It's full of timeout.
Somebody asked if Blade Harper could get another mantra slot. You know, I'll look into that for sure.
Just
If
because
it's relevant.
A Blade
Whatever
Harper
it-
buff.
Blade Harper getting another monstrous.
What do you mean by relevant?
Nerf Vision Shaper.
Well, you know, if it's missing compared to any of the other ropes.
Oh.
Gave Blade Harper unlimited mantra
I'll answer your.
I'm not sure about the details of how many.
Gave
slots it gets
Soulbreaker
and
20 new
whatnot.
mantras that do each a bar each.
I'll answer your question, Ripped.
Vision Shaper's
What keeps you inspired when developing?
Remove sightless
Basically,
beam. We felt that players
games
could
are
damage
fun,
each other with it, and that was
like it's about like putting yourself or seeing yourself as something that isn't you, if that makes any sense. And I don't know if it's for everybody, but for me, it's like really easy for me to get like immersed in like something and spend a lot of time in it.
Remove Cellheart's ability to
it's probably
use
because of like
weapons. Because
my
weapons
brain,
require
but being messed up. But basically,
rework Cellheart to require full ether.
the inspiration or the thing that keeps me going
its
is
lack of using the song was
wanting to
mechanic.
continue to exist in those worlds. As long as they exist,
Put deep gems on silent
I'm
heart
like
mantra moves.
having fun.
Isn't it for the
Honestly,
love
that
of the
would be a cool buff.
Truly.
It would.
I actually got a
But I
bunch of
feel like-
questions. I should probably answer some. But I got like, I went through them. I haven't.
I feel like if they do
Somebody in the
something
chat
like
said
that,
that's.
it'd be
Somebody
like
in the chat said that's autism. Wow, I didn't know.
Yo,
what?
This
I
is
didn't
not
know.
a good dude. That's crazy.
He got an accurate diagnosis. That's right. The Yayafino diagnosis. You got me.
Damn, Fino, if you were living in the UK, that'd be like
bro playing
£1,000
Deep
saved.
Woken 2
That's
or
crazy.
something?
You should get like a diagnosis in chat.
Unfortunately, I already have my diagnosis.
What, you mean the thing that you put crits on?
That's critical.
Sure,
Yeah,
I'll answer
critical
some of
ending?
mine actually. Let's see.
Let me pause this. Like, you don't know about the Wisp path?
No, of course I do, but he's talking about a tumulus one.
Yeah.
How far along are
like, a
you with the
Silent
enmity
Heart one
boss
where if you
theme?
invested
I assume
enough
it's the enmity
into,
boss
I don't
theme.
know,
Yeah, the what was it
you'd
called?
unlock the
Confrontatis
ability to
Maledictus
use
thing.
deep gems
That
on your
was
Silent Heart attack.
a sneak of the enmity boss theme.
I would use that. I'd have to replug
Half done with it,
but
but we've sort of shifted
Yeah, like,
development focus
more
to the
oaths
roadmap,
should get
like Rag said,
different
laser
paths
focus.
like that to try and spice up
So I've been
gameplay,
kind
especially the ones
of
that are
working on that. I've got my next
Vision
thing that I'm
Shaper
going to
should
work
definitely
on
have some kind of path to make
is
it
like
yeah,
for Halotite stuff.
Chain Warden could get new
You'll
paths.
see, I'm
if
planning a
you're-
collaboration with another artist.
Old taps, I feel like would be
You
a
might
little
know them.
too.
Their name is Rune, yeah.
that should be the point. There
We're
should be, like,
planning
the
to
generalized
do
oath, and there
do a
should be
couple of
more
tracks
niche
together. So that'll
parts,
be
like the
that'll be
7
fun.
element basic build.
What is the thought process behind making a lace, and why did it take so long? I'm not gonna live down the 2-year time span that it took to make that track. Honestly, like half of it was literally because I was working on a really bad laptop
Nata Gomez?
until like summer last year.
Nata
My
Gomez
FL
is
Studio
talking,
projects
bro.
used to take like 30
Yeah, no.
straight minutes to load. I would just
can't think
open the
of
project,
any
get out,
other,
go make
like,
a cup of tea or something,
paths that would
come
make
back, and it'd
sense
still be
off the top
loading.
of my head.
So when I got on my new my new computer, not laptop, I actually got like a desktop PC. I started making more progress on the track. Thought process behind it, same as the rest of my music. Really, it's just a lot of the time I'll just throw
I
stuff
feel
at
like
the wall
that
and
should be the
see what
next
sticks.
Yeah,
what
they
doesn't
talk about
stick,
that,
I'll
actually.
cut, that kind of thing.
In my opinion, I
It's
feel
like that.
they should rework
There's this one
existing
image of
origins
like
before they
Shaggy
add
from
one.
the Scooby-Doo movie
They should definitely
online,
rework
where it's like an
Castaway.
altered caption that says like,
We're not-
I don't remember
maybe not
filming the
rework
movie.
Castaway,
The spirit of
but
Shaggy
add, like,
possessed
an
me and I
extra
blacked out. That's kind of how I
Nardar
make
or
music.
something
If you ask me like to describe my process,
say,
like
for example, you're
bit
already
by
born
bit,
in
I
extras,
could
like
not
you're
tell
on
you.
Castaway, you know what I'm saying?
Then there's
and you can get
what
like,
else?
you can get like
Any
you
kinds
know,
of
like
foreign
the-
music
you can
taken
get,
spill
like,
from.
maybe not
I
actually God,
just
but, like,
take inspo
Vigil.
from music that I listen
Yo, what
to
if you're born
in
with
general. So
Vigil
there's a
then?
lot of Celtic folk music. I love Scottish folk. It's so good.
There
It's such
should
a
be a
lively scene.
reason to go the
I
other
listen to a lot of classical.
Yeah, I was gonna say it
sort
should
of
be more
baroque
like
music.
more unique,
Jazz
other than just,
sometimes.
like, direct
I used to be a
kind of
really big
copy
metalhead
of
when I
the
was a
Authority
teenager,
origin. Like,
so
I feel like there should be something unique about
been
it.
incorporating
that's
that a lot
like,
as well.
separates it from
I take
Authority
inspiration
Origin?
primarily though from
Plus, the Authority's whole thing.
other video
is
game
since
composers.
Actually, I'm not gonna-
Their
My
army
main
is
inspiration is
strong.
from Darren Korb,
Yeah, they're
who
more
made the who works with
militarized
Supergiant
nation
Games,
or
Hades,
They're like Guadalupe.
Transistor, Bastion, Pyre. Those
So it
games
makes
are
sense
so
why
good.
it's like
I love
you
his
kill
style.
people,
He
you put
never
them in
misses.
prison, and then things
Stuart
get tough
Chatwood is another
from
good
there,
one.
so you have
He
to
made the I think I
deal
got
with
his name right.
escaping
He made
prisoners.
the
That's something no other Origin would make sense to
Darkest
have.
Dungeon soundtrack. That's so good. The Colorado Space
no
DLC
other
had a really
Origin
good
is
soundtrack
gonna
that
be
inspired some
as
layer 2 music
controlling
and
as the
part of like
Authority.
Ferryman's tracks.
Yeah.
As
Who
military.
else? Christopher Larkin, Hollow Knight
Like
soundtrack.
the Summer Company.
That's really good inspiration.
I'm not even sure
Yeah.
exactly what the Summer Company
Chris
does.
Christodoulou from Risk
They're
of Rain 2.
kind of like the traders, right?
I was just about
Yeah,
to
the
say.
Kind of. They're more of they have Rosen and
Chris
shit. Like
Christodoulou?
Rosen made all their guns.
Yeah,
They
and
invented
his music
gun
was
technology.
electric.
Yeah, and his music, I
Yeah,
love
like
Chris
if they do
Christodoulou,
something
man. That's-
different
he's the goat.
paths and
Do the
stuff,
Juke Boys.
like the
Maybe
Authority
I'll
Origin
think
has with
about it.
Shock Trooper leadership. I forget what the last
Do I
one
still
is.
consider Kyria my magnum opus, or has my mind changed?
Something like that, but
I think LA
specializing in
Sun
different gun
is
types
like
would
okay.
make
Kyria
sense.
is still like a really important track to me
Can I pause
personally
the live real quick to talk about
because
this?
it has a lot of like has a deep personal
I
meaning
guess
to
you
me.
can.
But I think
Okay. Yo, but like, a Summer Company Origin would go kind of far though. Like you can get like unique guns that can only wield as a Summer Company. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like they did talk about a visual sword, a visual origin. They did say a little bit of that, but like I feel like there should be a visual origin that can give you like special swordsman like talents, stuff like that, similar to the Authority, but you shouldn't be like get promotions or rank ups. You know what I'm saying? But instead, you should be able to fight like you should be able to train with like higher NPCs. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
And then eventually, like,
And
you
not
should,
get kicked out of the Origin if you're not in the area.
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
I kind of don't like that mechanic that they added. That was really stupid.
But it makes sense, because if they don't know where you're at, then they're going to see you as a deserter. It's like if a North Korean soldier just up and disappeared, they're going to be seen as a deserter.
Oh,
I wonder what bro's first thought was North Korean soldier.
Why?
Dude, Diver's Origin, yes.
Yeah, rework Deepbound.
We were unfamiliar with this game.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like Deepbound should get like some sanity healing talents. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely give them some unique talents. 100%. Bro. But like,
Maybe just stuff about the depths. Like,
Yeah.
we need more depth stuff. Where's our depths content?
where's our devs going to guys? There should definitely be more stuff in this first layer, I feel. Like let's say we rework Castle Light to be more kind of like Fort Merritt in a way.
There
You know what I'm
should
saying?
be...
I'm not.
Sorry, continue, Rainy. Didn't mean to cut you off.
It should kind of be like more militarized, not really more militarized, but like it should definitely have more security than it does now. You know what I'm saying? If it is literally like the home base of the divers, there's no way it's just gonna be like just a little bit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And they should do something similar with Deepbound where you can rank up to become a black diver. Something.
Yeah, that would be dope.
They do have ranks.
Yeah.
Like, things
Is
shouldn't
he
be
cooking?
explicitly like the Authority Origin where the ranks are kind of like the centerpiece. It should be something else that as you're collecting data or stuff for the depths, you do get promotions and get to rise up.
Would be dope. Like we have like novice diver, all those kind of divers, right? But like, what should be some of the talents you could get though? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro,
Because-
hear me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
I feel like
You know what,
something
dude?
to do with Radiant Magic would make some amount of sense.
Yeah. Oh, like you join a different like I don't know. This should be divisions, but it should be like exploration group. You know what I'm saying? You know how cool that would be? Like
Yeah.
because the Vipers, explore each other, right? So if it was like a different exploration group, and like depending what kind of group you join, I think you should get like a different kind of like thing for that. So say if you join like the Claire's Claire's division, like the exploration group, you should be able to learn more radiant magic, you know what I'm saying? Even without Earth Order.
Okay, hear me out. Alright? For like a kind of not really mini game, but another form of progression for Deep Bound instead of just killing things in depths. After a certain power, you should be able to go on expeditions into like unknown parts of Layer 2, kinda. Because we obviously don't get to explore all of it. Just like procedurally generating areas, going through, gathering intel, killing enemies.
Yeah.
Seeing where you can go.
I feel you there. I feel you 100%.
I mean, Layer 1 is a lot less open than Layer 2. Layer 2, you can see all these buildings that you can't even access sprawling. You can see big doors that look like they're worth something. Like, there's more untapped potential than in Layer 1. Like, if they expanded on Layer 1, it would make sense, but Layer 1's a lot more closed off. So maybe if they brought out the storyline like, oh, the divers broke through one of the walls and now they're going deeper.
Layer 3? Just, I don't know.
I'm thinking we could go to the Ignition Union because Ignition Union has
Yeah. I was thinking the FRRR Caverns, y'all.
Yeah, but I think it's usually like they said. I think before, yeah, they said like they're getting close to it, and it was ceremony, pretty close, right? I'm thinking, right? What happens? Hear me out, because you know how like we have Ceramid before Layer 3, right? What if we have to like defeat the layers, like the Ceramid? They're gonna add something to the Ceramid, like a Ceramid boss, right? Say for example, and once we break through the final depth of Ceramid, we actually are able to go to Layer 3.
Is he cooking?
Are y'all listening?
Yeah, no. If they were gonna add on a Deep Bound, it should be something kinda like Ceramid Hollow for Deep Bounds, but also a bit more fun and less repetitive.
I feel like you should have like a light hook while you're doing it. There's not really going to be a risk there unless you should take too long.
Oh yeah, Colin, remember that one guy?
Which one?
That one dude that was like ganking me at Song Seeker when I was trying to forward walk a freshie?
What's their guild?
No, do you remember them though?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got permanently terminated. Like his account got deleted.
Rip Apathy. Guild dead before it was even born.
Oh.
So I don't know if you guys knew this, but if you guys were searching for like books, like say for example, the guys in March, right? At Fort Merritt. If you go into the 3 cheers, go upstairs. Like, okay, let me like these screens. You guys see this, right? So if you go up here, these bookshelves, like this above the staircase, they have 3 bookshelves in each of them. So you can just kind of search for books for you like that. I don't know why you would. I mean, besides to get the guys in March, but yeah.
Server is no longer available.
You know what other faction could use a bit more like of an expansion?
What?
Children of the Day?
Yeah, the Neve. Because right now, I couldn't even think of a way to justify making a Neve origin. Because what do we really have for them in-game?
Neve is guided. I guess like they follow their god. Maybe you can get like some talents.
Well, the thing is, what we see is only their camp. Their main, like, base of operations is in the northern limit.
It was they're not in the Western. No, Western's the Legion and the Here, let me you can go to my glossary report. I looked at it.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Is like we don't have enough about them that we could justify an origin. Unlike the Summer Company, we have a pretty good amount for them.
Yeah.
Barely though, like kind of barely, but some.
Yeah, we have enough that if they gave an origin the same way they gave the Authority an origin and expanded upon it, it would work and make sense. Same with the Hive. The Hive is definitely like would make sense as the next big origin because Hive is pretty big. And Great Hive Airtel is kind of the big eye catcher of my bad, my brain was blinking.